For the record, I'm fucking adorable. We are getting it cooked up. We dusted off the Bears for music today. All right. Let me get my active bear down. I left my avatar out. Let me clean him up. I see it somewhere on here. There we go. Oh my goodness. What just happened? John, no. No, 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 no. You see, I'm the Mac Daddy. I'm the one who throws the money around. That's Thank you though. I appreciate that. Support means a lot. Um, so just to give everybody the story, I'm gonna cut this down just a touch. There we go. Hi, how y'all doing? I'm back. I'm Greg the Grizzly, and yeah, that's where we are right now. Yeah. So we are we are. Thank you for the biddies and titties. The what happened? I've had a busy weekend. I've had a busy weekend. I did nothing, so that made me very busy. Um, I started playing around things. I didn't have a set plan, and I started watching people stream. And I don't know if anyone has caught it, but Abijah, who's in our chat right now, he was one of the main streams that I was consuming, and fucking lovely time. I mentioned it on my last stream, but I was watching him, and then I just started crocheting while I was watching him, and I made jaw in bear form. Now, the one regret that I have is I made the earphones first, and I based them on the color of earphones that he had. Black hair, black earphones doesn't contrast very well. May end up replacing those eventually. Don't know, but I definitely wanted to get his hair down because his hair was just so fucking perfect. Um, so I did that. That was one thing I did in the last couple of days. I've also been focusing on our idea that we had about emotional support gremlins. Um, and let me set Jaw over here. Jaw's going to go on our Hall of Fame with the Green Bear and Professor Wigglebottom and everyone. So this was our first hard tactic at an emotional support gremlin. His headband does glow in the dark. Really not a lot of personality there, but I was just sort of messing around with it a little bit. I've decided to start playing around with it a little bit more. Now this I'm still trying to decide what it is. The colors are not showing up really good. Let me adjust my light. Is that going to help any? Not at all. Okay. So what we've got is the green part right here is actually like Dayglow green. And it also glows in the dark. And the white is that looks like it's sort of tied around it. That's that's straight white, but it also glows. So everything glows except the eyes. And I like the effect that I've been playing with. I did this one time before, which is I crocheted everything in white and then went back through and threaded uh, a piece of yarn through it so it adds another texture. It does. It looks like a mummy head, or I keep thinking of it as as a turtle mummy head. I don't know why. I've got turtles on the brain. I just feel the need to point out to everyone: do not support the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Do not. You're better than that. That's child abuse. You do not raise orphaned children in order to have them destroy your enemies. Trust me, I tried it. That is only legal in Tennessee. Thank you. Thank you for the cheer on that. I'm just saying if you write it all down, Splinter's got issues. I'm just throwing it out there. It's like the whole Webster conspiracy. But I'm not going to get into the whole Alex Karras tie-in and Blazing Saddles. But there is a new development on Emmanuel Webster. I did discover that he had a number 5 hit in Japan when he was 7, and that's been an earworm for me now. Yeah, that's information that lives in your head rent free. The Tiggle Bitties, and again, thank you very much for the cheer on that. Um, so what we're doing today is today I decided since I'm working with my upholstery needle so much, I needed an emotional support um, gremlin of my own. So I knocked this one out this morning and almost immediately began torturing him. He's got where I'm playing around with figuring out spacing on the oh, the sweater weather song. Yeah, it's badass. What's really good is when you're living in the Bay Area when this dropped. Oh, well, I lived in the Bay Area when this dropped, so it was like about my house. Just saying. So I made him as a pincushion, and I made another one. I don't think I brought over, but yeah, there's another red one floating around, and I'm almost done with another brown one. Now this one is not actually going to be an emotional support gremlin, but with this, I'm actually working on a special project with the remainder of the brown yarn that I have, which is this that we had left over after we'd worked with Ja. So that is where I am in the universe. How is everybody? Good Lord, I'm just running off at the mouth. Ja has cheered twice. Tough Cat's with us. Hippies still follow me. The restraining orders don't work. Um, I am not overly inundated with kitties today because Fred Fred is asleep on the cat tree next to me. So, and I don't have kitty cam set up because that's not a normal occurrence anymore. She usually hangs up with uh with Hippie a lot, and we love you back, Ja. I need to say this, and there was so many things that we were just talking to our screens like kids when you guys were streaming the other night. Your fiance is lovely, and yeah, that became our catchphrase for the weekend was "I got you plates." Like every time you say they were playing a game. What was it? Overcooked? Overcooked 2? Hippie? Yes. It was Overcooked 2, and they were playing together, and it was not going well. Then Kim for a day stopped by and gave him a hand. And all through the thing, it was just like his fiance was like, "I don't know what's going on," and I'm sitting here going like, "Same girl every time I play a new game, every time, same." They start playing, and yeah, it just turns into, "I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Yes, chef, hot pan," and she's just like, "I got you a plate here." I loved her so much, and just the laughter peeling off of both of you was just so addictive. And then I looked down and we'd been watching you for like 4 hours at that point. So it was crazy, crazy stuff. Okay. I might. Yeah, I'm gonna need to drop my hook. Yeah. All right. I need to get a smaller hook going. That is a. It's already worn off. Let's say that's a 5. But yeah, yeah, pretty good times. We while we were doing it, we were actually talking about different things on Twitch that we have and haven't done. And one thing that came up, Jai asked me if I had a Throne account or a Throne plugin, and I'm just sitting here going like, "Oh, it's adorable. You think I have that level of patience?" Usually, if I'm talking with Hippie, goodness, Jaw, woo, he is. Good Lord, save some cheers for later. This is not a Parliament show. But, completely throw off. What was I saying? You don't remember either. You don't love me. Oh, we were talking about the throne thing. Yeah, usually if I tell Hippie that I'm interested in getting something, it means I've ordered it from Amazon and it's on the way. Okay, so I'm just closing this dude up. I don't generally close up the bear heads anymore because I've decided that I may want to add accoutrements to them. But with the emotional support gremlins and this project as well, which is a surprise gift for Hippie that I'm willing to bet she won't be able to identify until it's done. Um, with those, I actually do seal them up. Also, quick side note, big news update. For those who follow Scuba Lou, she's the one who does watercolors and junk journals that we've been uh, following for a bit. She was the one who had the raid train that got me started on doing streams with my crafting. We have gotten her to start crocheting, and the last update that I had was deranged. She'd been working on it for 1 day, and she already had 4 rows done, really crisp, really neat. So I'm foreseeing great things from that. Um, okay, let's do that. Let me get this hooked through. Get my radio voice ready. Hmm. From a perfect world. Oh, and Frosty Tools messing with me. There we go. Oh my God, Scoobaloo is like the craftiest streamer ever, except me. Uh, they're all about the giggles and legendary hiccups while making magic with junk journals, from fantasy themes to wedding vibes. Lou's got it all. Plus epic giveaways, where you can win Steam games. Crochet hooks out, tea in hand. They're crafting up a storm under the sun. Uh, let's see. And did I tell you about their Palentine's raid train? Choo choo. See, and I want to go ahead and point out that is the truth right there because we have won so many games from Scuba Lou's channel between me and Hippie. I mean, like I'm in the double digits. I don't know how many Hippies won per se. Am I not? Oh, I'm in just chatting because I was fucking with somebody. Let me. I'm gonna fix that. Click. Okay, so when I started streaming, I tell it this in everybody's chat. When I started streaming, I started streaming, and the concept was I was going to have a variety show, and the base of it was going to be MTV run by a werebear, and that would be what we see going on over here. I have 150 videos of what would be bear videos. Also, other avatars got into play with it, whatever. A guy who had been my previous business partner who was rabid for wanting to create content. We had batted it back and forth for a couple years, and every time I talked to him, he wanted to storyboard something. We hit a bit of a personal issue. I'm not going to go into, but we came to odds, and I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and go on to Twitch myself. And I'll set it up and send back for you, and you can just create whatever you want and send it out. And the running joke became, well, that's not going to happen because he doesn't do anything. He got mad that I started streaming. I'm guessing, or it spurred him into action. Either could be true. I don't know. I'm writing the narrative because I don't hear from him anymore. And he started streaming Rocket League in just chatting. He doesn't consume content. He doesn't talk to anyone. He doesn't go into anyone else's stream. He doesn't network. Um, and yet he comes on and streams for like 10, 15 minutes at a time. That's an exaggeration. Last one was like 30 minutes, and he gets no followers. He's not very respectful to people about it, and he's kept blaming the setup and that where he is and the fact that he's in just chatting. So I jumped over to just chatting where we started, and ran a show from over there on the weekend with the emphasis being on the music. That was how I was messing with him. He came on the same time. He had one viewer. I came on and I was crocheting and just talking to people and being me. And yeah, I had a little bit of a crowd going, and then I realized I was being a petty little bitch and just decided to enjoy my weekend. I am a 3-year-old when it comes down to it. No, he made me mad and he did it on purpose. I cannot overemphasize though, the change in direction that this took because oh, I'm off cam. I gotta slide forward. Um, because the entire point of the avatars is and the idea of the variety show was I wanted to put out something that was entertaining that people would be interested in. For the life of me, I did not think anyone would be interested in a 54-year-old man crafting. Go figure. And I have met some of the nicest people, had some of the biggest belly laughs over the things going on, and Hippie and I have shared a lot of fun shared memories. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I got to represent. This is the flannel version of the hoodie. You were putting on your hoodie the other day and dying from the heat. Yeah, I've got the flannel and the dark blue, so I'm wearing the flannel now. Yeah, you were preaching to the choir on that one. I love these things. I also work from home for my day job, and yeah, I wore pants tonight because I wanted y'all to think I was classy. But one thing that I do think is funny, especially when I'm hanging out with other creators, is everybody that I know who's in the makers and crafting section is always like, "I don't know if my content was good enough. I don't think my show was strong enough. I just want to, grab onto them and go, sweetie, I am never making a junk journal in my life. That is not going to happen. It's not my taste. I'm here for you. I'm here to see the show. I am here for the personalities. I'm here for the friendship, camaraderie, and to show support, and usually end up getting support in return. It's kind of a balls thing, and yeah. Then again, you also have the people who are just fucking crazy talented. Um, like Enchanted Luna is one of my favorite examples. Her creativity is just crazy. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, do a shout out for her. But the thing is think of the story. Disney would write a story like yours, Ja. I mean, you just started sewing. That's the beginning of an American success story right there. I started sewing, gonna go ahead and get it working, gonna open up a Ko-Fi shop. Tune in a year. Let's see you like having mad fashions going on. That's I got in on the ground floor on that drama train. Oh my God, Enchanted Luna AC is like the coolest artist ever. They've been whipping up some witchy fantasy art that's just wowza. From a sexy angel Metatron to a cute wood dragon for Chinese New Year. And lol, they even did a tarot card. Plus Greek sausage dude, that's hilarious. You gotta check them out for magical and it's behind the cat. I can't read that. Vibes. There you go. I'm sorry, she won my undying respect when she did Cthulhu and Jesus enjoying a wine party, and Cthulhu just happened to be dressed as Sailor Moon. I do not know what they deal in her area, but I do not think you come up with ideas like that after a cup of coffee. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I am not wholesome. Tough cat. Tough cat. He called me wholesome. I'm an old bear who's trying to get into heaven. That's what it is. No, I'm the result of what happens when someone gets a clear, unfettered view of how bad they can be, and going like, "This isn't good." There we go. Okay, and I'm just doing the decrease to close these out, 'cause everyone's taken up 2 stitches. Well, no, you're not coming out, are you? You're come on out. I don't wanna come out. Come on. There you go. There you go. That's Get out! Alright. And I need to find out. I gotta task somebody in the community with this. Someone needs to find out who I need to write to get Danny Trejo registered as a national treasure. That dude is crazy. He has just opened up a dedicated cupcake shop in Los Angeles. In addition to the donut shop, in addition to the coffee shop, in addition to everything else. Just crazy, crazy levels of community out of this dude. Actually, I'm just gonna go with the needle from here. No, we go to the needle. Do what? So, just for the backstory, since I don't think this is Josh's first time, yes. So, just for the backstory, I am Greg. I am a war veteran. I have a second degree black belt in jujitsu. I spent the entire first half of my life trying to be the most macho thing ever to walk the earth. And I have spent the second half of my life laughing my ass off at it. So yeah, that's if I could go back in time, I would have gone to a lot more concerts and pet a lot more puppies. That would have happened. But I did get to see a lot of stuff. There we go. And Ja, I'm a big fan of the sewing thing, mainly because I don't sew personally, and that's a choice. My mom was an interior decorator and seamstress. She did not work with clothes. Oh, there's an ad going. Oh wait. You got my needle, buddy? Yeah, you do. So I'm gonna get these guys out of here. I'm gonna tidy up during the commercial. I am adulting. Oh, cool. You have turbo. In that case, let's see. What was I saying? Y- Okay. My mom with the yeah, yeah. I watched her run her hand through a serger more times than I could tell you. Oh. Yeah, I will defuse a claymore, but I will not touch a sewing machine. Not not the one. Also, as a result of this quest for machismo, I got what we call skull fractures and concussions, leading to what we now call CTE. CTE. I keep wanting to say CBT because cognitive behavioral therapy comes to mind with my psychology degree, and also CBT sounds really dirty because it also is an abbreviation for cock and ball torture. Um, but yeah, so wholesome, not really, but just too tired to be evil. Oh yeah, we are 18 plus. So usually, we made the decision off of that because of my PTSD, my pretty thick and strong dick. All right, let's go ahead square up my cam. There we go. And since Ja's in the house, we are going to have. There we go. He'll be judging me silently, mainly because my cat's asleep, and that's her job. Oh, you see, I think CBD is like I don't know. I have a strange opinion of CBD. It's like the music of Donny Osmond. I acknowledge that it exists. I'm sure that somebody likes it. Um, no, you don't understand. We've extracted the THC. Why? Oh, but you still get the healing benefits. Yes, but if you had done nothing, then I would have gotten the healing benefits, and no one would have expected anything from me for an afternoon. So this is going to be a fun game. All right. Let's see how long it takes her to guess what this is. All right. So I did get asked how I do the countersink on the threads, and what I do is I go through the item, pull it in, crunch it a little bit, snip it snug, and this is after the tie off and hiding it. And as soon as you let it go, it sinks back down into the stuffing. Off cam. Sorry. So this one, I'm expecting this tail. I'm going to weave it in later. Hippie, any thoughts on what that might be? Nope. Okay, so that's part one. It is not a ball. Do you want a hint? No, she does not want a hint. Good Lord. You know, Ja, if you keep hanging out and doing that, I'm going to call up my boss and tell him that he's smelly. I wouldn't do that actually. I do. I'm the luckiest dude in the world. My boss is cool as hell. He found out I didn't like people, so he was like, "Well, you've got to work from home then." Yes, yes, I do. Thank you, sir. Okay, I have not moved. I did clean up my crochet hook. Kind of important for what I'm doing. Did I put it away? I think I put it away. I had the bag out. See, this is where CTE gets fun. The fun part with CTE is the conversation that I inevitably have with people. It starts off with, "Oh, well, did you get diagnosed with that?" Well, you can't get diagnosed with that until after you're dead. And then there's this long pause. "Oh, well, what do they do with that?" They wait. That's They wait and tell you not to buy green bananas. That's what they do. So, yeah, it's kind of funny if you let it be. Oh, no, you're good. No, no, you see, yeah, I'm a weird streamer. I enjoy when people talk back. I enjoy when they don't. But, there could be nobody in this room and I'd be having the same conversation. Literally the same conversation. Let me tell you about this band and what they did in the 1970s. Greg, who are you talking to? Nobody. Remembering out loud. Sorry. The best thing is I keep thinking about the whole diagnosis thing and other chronic conditions and things like that. And the one thing I keep coming back to is the absolute worst case scenario with my situation is dementia, which means Hippie will have to deal with me butt naked watering the driveway. So, with that in mind, my ultimate goal is to get America's Funniest Home Videos turned on before that happens. Think we could win some money. Okay, so I'm not doing a magic ring. How do we get it started? Hippie. 2 chains? Dos cadenas, close to genius, sold out arenas, you can suck my penis. Alright, so we are going to do 2 chains. Now I've got Jason Derulo stuck in my head. Been around the world, don't speak the language, but your booty don't need explaining. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we are just gonna crochet into that first chain and pretend it has good sense. So we're gonna go 1. Ah, no. Let's try that one again. Back to 1, 2. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. 3, 4, 5. Now my normal number in these is 6, 7, 8. Let me recount that because I said a number word and I think I might have jumped one. Let me check. Okay, so I did. So we're at 7. Gonna do one more. So we are doing an 8 ring. And when you do it this way, once you get it stabilized, you can tug on this just like a magic ring, and it'll tighten up, just not as good. Let's see. Let's see. With how long has it been, Hippie? Like 6, 7 years? Oh shit. She can give me an exact date. She's documenting things. I think she's in it for the life insurance. Getting ready to fight that estate. Do you know what he made me do? What did it? Oh, where is it? There. All right. While she's checking the exact date, it'd be about like 6 or 7 years. But normally I would just do it for stress relief. Uh, but the way I take up a hobby is I back myself into a corner with it. So we got like 7 kilograms of yarn, and that was the yep. I'm doing this now, and I would just do comforters. I've got a 75-pound gravity blanket. gravity rug. We've used it as a rug before. It's like 18 feet by 16 feet. All double crochet. Um, but yeah, I would only do utilitarian things. I would only do scarves or blankets or things like that. And then I came on to Twitch, and one of our uh, one of our viewers, 6 years. It is officially 6 years. I'm gonna my biographer, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, you're on that shit. Good job. Um, backing up to the ring. The thing is oh no, a gravity blanket. We use it as a rug, but it's technically a gravity blanket. It weighs 75 pounds. It's just that heavy of a blanket. It's all double crochet worsted alpaca wool. 90% alpaca, 10% milk wool or milk cotton. Um, and then when I got onto Twitch, one of our viewers actually asked me if I did amigurumi, and I was like, "What on earth is that?" And they said, "Oh, it's doing animals." I was like, "I don't do things that aren't utilitarian." Blah blah blah. Then I started deciding to stretch my boundaries, and I've been doing non-square stuff for 5 weeks. 5 weeks. I'm dropping shit. Hey, sweetie, there's batteries in this. Yeah, it's about her vibrator. She doesn't use it for her genitals. She uses it for attention. I'm basically an idiot. I don't catch up on any conversation. And at least when she turns on her vibrator and sets it down, it goes, hmm. So, oh, damn it. Uh, we don't have batteries on purpose. Okay, so we're going to be increasing from 8. So it's going to be 2 to 1. We're going to end up with 16 stitches. I'm going to tighten this up really quick. E. Got that. All right. I always do that after getting the first stitch in, so I don't lose it and forget where I was and have all those problems. But no, I'm completely self-taught. I always wanted to have like a knitting circle where I would physically go to meet with people, but then the pandemic hit. Um, so not fun. The pandemic in Oakland was really bad. Good God. Oh, the shutdown was the half of it, the bodies. That's the thing. Everybody's like, well, it wasn't that bad. Go to Oakland. They were They were finding people. It was pretty terrible for a while. Okay. Okay, yeah, good for throwing that qualifier on there because that would have been a little bit weird. You're like, yeah, the pandemic in Oakland. Ah, tell me about the cruise ship. I don't remember. I remember we had COVID when it was there. We were sitting at home and they were worried about COVID getting into the area, and we already had it. Grand Princess. Oh, that's the other thing. I do have a PhD in psychology. It just took me 10 years to get it. Oh my God. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. We do it from time to time, but we have a system that that chapter is the go-to. Okay, you got that. All right. That chapter and yeah, that's a big one. Hold on. Got two more. And also on oh, I do? Oh, okay. See, when you study something for a long, long time. Oh, okay. Sorry. Um, all right. So I started off with the military. I was a ranger, and I got the Montgomery GI Bill, which basically pays you to go to college. Um, you get a financial benefit as long as you're in college. So I got out of the military. No, no, I can do anything. So can you. That's the secret sauce. Is people are strong beyond all imagination. Um, but uh, it's like I left the military. I worked as a contractor. Is what they call it now. They used to call it mercenaries. I worked as one of those for a long time, and I got to see the world. And then I came home and I went to school. And let's see, I started with shoot fighting, which is actual fighting for money. Um, that was a bad idea. There was no money in it at the time. And then I liked the social setting though, so I got involved with quote professional wrestling on the local set, and I liked those people because they weren't intimidated by me, and we could just hang out and be cool. And and of course there's the macho aspect, and the first time you get a crowd pop, you can never come back from that. When the crowd explodes, it's just like the biggest drug ever. And I think that's why I got into creating content on the side. Ever since then, I've just been working in the IT and psychological interface fields with it. It's mainly with graphic user interfaces or troubleshooting. Um, yeah, I think I was about 24 when I decided this is all stupid. But no, my theory is that people have no idea how strong they are. And anytime something interests me, I immediately have to figure out how it works. Um, so by my theory, there's nothing I can't do, and there's nothing that Jaw can't do, and there's nothing Pet Hippie can't do. It's just a matter of opportunity, circumstance, and having a plan. My problem's on the opposite end of the spectrum. I don't know when to call it a day. That's why we're ass over tea kettle for the idea of Twitch, because worst case scenario, we have a hobby, and we get to see everybody's cats. Well, it's just that everything comes with a price tag, and you got to decide whether or not it's worth paying for. Um, Currently no, but that's mainly because anytime I start trying to decide what I'm going to play on stream, it turns into a game of which would be more entertaining, me crocheting on this project that I've got in mind that I'm obsessed with, or should I jump into Hitman again? Um, Mine have been historically Hitman. I've been playing a lot of Super Hot lately. Um, Outer Worlds. I'm big on The Witcher. I was a completionist with The Witcher 3. Very disappointed with Cyberpunk. I can't play first-person shooter games. Um, I start to smell gunpowder and need to take a break way too often for that. Hippie, on the other hand, prefers shooters where it's a bit cartoonish. Things like Borderlands. Witcher was my jam. I can't watch the TV series though, because that's not my Geralt. Like my Geralt would have just been mouthing off to everybody. My favorite moment in The Witcher is when you turn Ciri over to her dad and he counts out the money and everything like that. There's a set of choices where she gets all disappointed because you took the money. Like, bitch, I live on a horse. It's I am not a princess running by choice. This is life. But, yeah, yeah, I've been meaning to play more games on stream. I have a lot of Steam games that I've won from Scoobaloo, but I just haven't done it. Neon Abyss, yeah, yeah, and Hippie can play that for days without dying. Well, it's the thing. I've honestly, I'm trying to think. I'm not being hyperbolic with this. I'm a very not competitive person. I like for other people to do well. Back in 2008, I started my own business and I used a YouTube show to advertise it. And that was called Ask a Scientist and Ask a Psychologist. And it went well and everything was fine. But the world of media creation on YouTube is so dog eat dog, so cutthroat. It's such a me, not you environment. And every single person that I've run into in the Twitch space is like cognizant of the fact that everything you get that's good is because of good things you do. And being supportive gets you support. And doing the right thing is rewarded. And that's kind of balls out awesome. So, it definitely had an effect on me. Hippie started to look into it a bit more, and I got her to start streaming. She's currently committed to doing Wednesdays. I'm trying to get her to step that up more often. Keep reminding her that she can stream the same time that I am, that it won't cause a problem. Let's see. One, two, six, seven. Okay, so I'm at 24. Yeah. Scoobaloo. Yeah, let's give Scoobaloo another shout out there. Hi, Scoobaloo. We was bragging about your crocheting skills. Oh, and my music's all the way down. Oh my God, Scoobaloo is like the craftiest streamer ever. They're all about the giggles and legendary hiccups while making magic with their junk journals. From fantasy themes to wedding vibes, Lou's got it all. Plus epic giveaways where you can win Steam games. Crochet hooks out, tea in hand. They're crafting up a storm under the sun. And did I mention the Palentine's raid train? Choo choo, motherfucker, choo choo. I added the motherfucker for emphasis. That's a gift. So it's funny, Josh, since she just came in. I had the monkey bar that caused me to get here. This is how open to the universe you have to be in life. I was in a VTubers, and I don't even know if Scoobaloo and I have talked about this. The way I found Scoobaloo was I was in a VTubers chat room, VTuber named Redclaw, and she had come in and she had had a bad day. And I went, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and follow that girl." And I hit follow. And then the next time she streamed, I went over to take a look at her stream. And, she's cool and it's a nice vibe. And I adore her accent and everything's really cool. And then I open up her Ko-Fi page and it's like, holy shit. I didn't. I wasn't going to get into the specifics, so that's an emphasis. That's a separate story. You're terrible at telling stories. Do you know? Jesus Christ. Well, maybe enjoy the passenger side seat for a minute. That's lovely view. Anyway, so Jesus Christ. Um ah God damn, just once I'd like to end up with a strong silent type. Anyway, the so I go in, I check out her stream, I open up her Ko-Fi page, and literally one of her paintings is lockstep, perfect for a friend of mine. So I purchased the painting, I'm digging her vibe, and then she participates in a raid train, and I'm looking at all these people crafting, and there's a lot of I know about that. Everybody knows that, don't they? All that, all that, all those things. And then I hit Crafty stream near the end, and she was doing gnomes, if I remember right. She was doing cards with gnomes on them, or scrapbooks with gnomes on them. And she found out that I crocheted and I streamed, and the conversation went from there. And she was so interested in it, and everybody was so interested in the crochet, and I just never thought it was special. So that was right around Christmas time, and that's when the next day it was, I think I'm gonna do this. So the funny thing is with Scuba Lou forgets how strong she is. We were talking about how strong people can be, and how everybody is immensely more powerful than they allow themselves to believe. Scuba Lou will tell you that she can't do something and that things are just too hard a lot. And the thing is that's Scuba Lou's voices talking to her. I call them my monkey voices. They're the primate voices that know me best, that know what to say to break my confidence. But like Scoobaloo's got the resume, like the resume from hell. Like, oh Scoobaloo, you are weak. You can't deal with strange situations. Used to be a scuba instructor, taught people to breathe underwater. Go fuck yourself. I mean, it's oh, well, what have you done lately that's made a difference in someone's life? The day that Scoobaloo had a bad day, she had a bad day, and then through administering CPR saved someone's life. Now, even now when she talks about that, she's like, "Oh, well, if anybody else would have done it." Nope, nope. I live in America. I can tell you right now, if the breath of life ever starts coming up, there's at least 1 in 10 people who would inhale. You know. But, and we also were talking about your crochet a little bit, and that's one of the other things is, a lot of people get frustrated with crochet because it's not intuitive. There's a lot of you in crochet, so you need to figure out what works for you, and no one can really explain it to you. And Scoobaloo has hooks for literally a day, and she comes out with these beautiful lines. um, really crisp turns, the whole nine. I'm I'm getting stoked because once you get the rows down, we're going to learn to do a circle, and then once you get a circle down, you can do anything. Well, it's not that my soul is amazing. It's at least two or three of the ones that I've either purchased or been able to acquire. Very good. I credit my negotiation skills, to be honest. Okay, so I need my counter. Could you hand me my red counter? Thank you. Oh, I gotta hydrate? You didn't spend no chat points. I ain't gotta do shit. Oh, well, Ja just cheered, so I guess that counts. All right, I gotta hydrate. Thank you, Ja. Goodness. Yeah, we're still working out how to get cat treats on cam because we have three cats and there are specific territories and ways that they have to be approached. You need, yeah, you need like 20 square feet. Goodness, Scoobaloo, you are already working on circles. Oh, and there's Rainbow the River. We got crochet people in the house. I gotta act right. 1 second. Welcome back from the ad break. Hey, Rainbow. Good to have crochet people in the house. Uh, Scuba, I cannot believe you're already starting to work on circles, though. That's incredible. Let me know the progress on that in the practice, and if you need any advice. And as soon as you get done, as soon as you get done with working inside of any kind of circle, whether it's a magic circle or a two chains, then then definitely let me know, and I'll make sure to get you the pattern for the emotional support gremlins. Oh my goodness, that is so exciting. I'll also get you the pattern for the bears, the bear heads. I want to see you do those too. Oh my God, we're gonna start a cult with bear heads. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna get Ja to make us robes, black robes, please. We went for swatches of muslin. Thank you, thank you. There's a flame stitch. Yeah, we have taste, damn it. Okay, there we go. Oh my God, Rainbow the River is the coolest crochet commander ever, except me. There's always about the cozy crafting life. Making hats are sassy and bassy. AJ's been on a mission to finish the super snazzy project, and guess what? They've got a new channel point redeems too. If you want to chill or chat or just lurk like a ninja, join their Rainbow. Got to jump over. Join their Rainbow minions for some hooktastic adventures. Down, fuck all that shit. She has a great channel, great vibe, and man, I love her fucking hat. Her Magic Vase hat is awesome. Um, yeah, it's a good vibe. She's also very talented with it. She's faster than I am, objectively. I time people out. There we go. See how much brown I have? Yeah, I'm good. Oh, please. I do think it's kind of funny. Uh, I mentioned the VFW. I'm a veteran of Foreign Wars. I've been going year by year with the VFW, and historically, it takes like weeks for any kind of correspondence to come in. I upgraded to lifetime member. Oh my God, they fall over themselves to get that card in your hand. Here you go. It's been it's been 12 hours. Here's your new card. Crazy. Oh, and since we've got more people in, let's just go ahead and talk about the stuff I've done recently. Um, Let me extend this down. This is the representation of Ja that I did over the weekend while watching his stream. Um, I started it at the beginning of his stream and I asked about his headphones. And I did the black headphones without ever thinking about the fact that his hair is black too. So, but yeah, I did Ja. Let me set him over there. I made myself an emotional support gremlin because I needed one. Uh, and I've been playing around with the emotional support gremlin motif a little bit. Um, with this one, got the uh, I got the headband that glows in the dark. This one is entirely glow in the dark. I've decided that it's a mummy head. What I did was I did it in solid white and then went through with a thread and tightened it underneath so that it looks like it's green and wrapped in white. So, but that's the lion's share of what I've been up to. Now I'm working on a special project that's a gift for Hippie, and this part of it's done. This part of it's in the process. Hippie, any guesses yet? You gonna guess? That's not fun. I'm making you a dirt clog. It's an amiguri piece of dirt. Okay, Ja, I'm not that white. All right. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Tip the waitstaff. Oh, last part of the story. I am a gypsy. I am a Sinte gypsy. Oh my God, it's a brown testicle. I knew I should have seen a doctor at some point in my life. Good Lord, Scoobaloo throwing out the brown testicle. That's like Mary Poppins doing snuff porn. What's up? Good Lord. Yeah. I'm sorry. The authorities may show up. Society's gonna have to step in soon. This is kind of awesome. Oh, and just as a side note, with Crafty's thing, I initially thought that Crafty and Biker lived together on the first night that I was there. Um, and then I found out that he's in Greece and she's married and they're just really good friends and they stream together and he's a mod. They just have that type of relationship that's so cool. And they just sound like the Bickersons all the time, and I love them to death. I mention this because I wanted to point out, if you look in the background that I'm using here, where it looks like it has scratches and overlaid erased things, that's actually from a graphic that Biker made. He has no issue with you using his packs for digital stuff, and he is very generous with the license on them. So our background here is from his Steampunk Mega Pack, um, as is the one on our break screen. I'm not taking a break just yet. Will be shortly, but not right now. If you look at the musical notes being gone through, that is from his pack as well. I just duded it up a little bit. Um, no, they don't have one on the beginning one. Let me go back to where we are now. He is just so good with a lot of the work he does. A lot of it deals with the subtlety. And I'm gonna let everybody know. You can go ahead and come this summer. I'm hoping you'll be able to go ahead and say goodbye to the onesie look that I've got going on, because I've heard I've heard rumors that somebody may be opening a Ko-Fi page that may be carrying some custom seamed pants, like in the summertime-ish, halfway through the year, I believe was the statement made, Mr. Jaw. If anyone gets a chance to check out Jaw's page, oh my God, he has. The other night he was wearing this pair of pants that he made. I think he said it was his first project and was such a pain in the ass. Oh man, it looked perfect. It's basically, it looks like you just chopped a pair of jeans out and threw in different pairs of pants with it. It's just straight up panels of different fabrics with different textures overlaid. It's just really good. Very unique. Um, you can tell the eye for layering on it. So I'm waiting with bating breath for that Ko-Fi page. Let me catch up. Oh, hope she's still here. Okay, if Rainbow, if you're still here, have a great day at work. Sorry I missed saying hi to you. I'm a peeps and colas. Yeah, Hippie. It's hilarious. Hippie has ADHD, but she's very organized with her ADHD. Patchwork. Yeah, that'd be the way to phrase it. I adore those pants. Though, just such a sharp look. The I've recently gotten a little bit more conscious about my clothes. Men do not get compliments very often, and will usually remember compliments from like years and years ago. Um, I have a pair of bib overalls that are tie-dyed that I have gotten more compliments on than I thought I ever would. And ever since then, I've been a bit more conscious about how I dress when I leave the house. Again, I don't leave the house very often because, 21st century and all. But yeah, yeah, I'm going for quality over quantity with clothes now. I do. It's a little low. Okay, now it's at regular background level. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate because I don't remember if I did when you yelled at me before. I don't like being yelled at. Fuck you. We never owned a Buick. Those pants, dude. That that genuinely. There was some like palpable disappointment with no, the Ko-Fi page isn't up yet. But the upside is I should be getting my bonus from work around April, so I'll just be able to set some aside and be ready to bum rush your fucking Ko-Fi page once you open it up. Okay, so I did the ring. One. There we go. We are on row 5, but we're going to be doing about on this one. Oh, wait. Okay, so this one's going to get the normal number. I'm going to be doing about 11 or 12 rows on this one, so we're about halfway there. I just noticed that I'm right at around an hour and 21 minutes in. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. One thing before I go though, the reason I don't have a Ko-Fi page, I don't want to seem like a hypocrite because I hate that word. Um, but uh, the reason I don't have a Ko-Fi page is because I like to negotiate a lot of stuff. And I don't know if you're familiar with a performance art piece they did called the Price Master, but that's what I would be. Right. Oh, well, how much for this bear head? $7,000. No, I'll give you 50. $80,000. I was actually very proud of my conversation that I had about the pricing on them. They're like, oh, well, where can somebody get them? Oh, you can't have one. That's how much they are. You can't have one. That's the price. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break. We're gonna go ahead and keep the oh shit, yeah, the runaway starting. Love this owl. But we'll go ahead and have these guys keeping you company. We'll be right back. Let me change this to 10 minutes though. There we go. Hippie's gonna drop the Price Master link in there so you can sort of see it. It's a little bit funny. I'm gonna put the bear on hold for a second. Just wanted to go ahead and take the little bit of break time. Um, Ja, I'm hoping you're still here. Uh, One thing we forgot to mention is since you're cheering, each one of your cheers, four of them so far, count as entries for the Gimme That Thing giveaway. So let me get the information for you up about that during the break. Here we go. Okay, so that's the deal with that. But we have eased up a little bit on the having to be present to win thing until we get bigger. Uh, and it gets to be a more popular thing. But yeah, so far you've got four entries. I think we've got at least uh, five or six prizes in mind. But we do it on the weekend of the 15th and the weekend of the 1st. So the next one will be on the 2nd. Yeah, I know. It was still counting down. Hi, I'm back. There we go. So yeah, Ja, the way that's going to work is we are going. Our next drawing is going to be from now on, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So if you do win, we've again sort of lightened up.
Oh snap, hey
Oh,
Greg. Scoobaloo just redeemed Gimme Dat Thing entry. You should do something about that.
well, gee, hippie, you should do something about that. Y'all keeping hippie busy today. I'm just so stoked that Scoobaloo's taking up crochet. Uh-oh. Oh, on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time like, come you check out my prissy behind, it's fine all of the time. That's on the beaches. What else is in the teachers of peaches? What? What? The really good part about this is I've got the music muted out on the VOD, so out of nowhere, it's just me saying sucking on my titties like you wanted me. Yeah, I wasn't kidding, Ja, with the combination of my nostalgia about music and hippies tasting music and her knowing different uh, pieces of music that I hadn't encountered. Music in our house is crazy. There we not visible anywhere. We'll go with that. The hilarious thing was, and I'm dating myself a little bit with this. Well, goodness, Ja wants to make sure he wins something. That's another cheer for Ja. Uh, thank you very much, Ja. Goodness, that's a lot. I I uh I don't think it's gonna hit that point, but with the free exchange of bits, I just feel the need to point out that I don't swallow. Um, don't pull my hair. I just got my hair did. Stop. Here we go. Yeah. When Public Enemy dropped Fight the Power, I was actually in South Korea with the army, and like it would have just blown your mind to see this white kid with a high and tight haircut walking around with a custom made Public Enemy jacket with the crosshairs on the back. Go. What's the cocaine song? If you ever see Peter Cetera sing on this video, he has
So, what are you doing? Just checking it? Not.
Okay, I think our audio is back. Gonna we do have audio back? All right, good, good, good. Sorry about the audio issues there. Let's see. I'm having words with Callie Floof at the moment, trying to explain to her that I have given her some yarn to play with, so she needs to leave mine alone. Oh, you're trying to activate the covenant. It took me the better part of a year to get the cats to understand the territoriality of yarn, and it took Hippie 5 seconds to destroy it all. Allow me to explain. I don't I, I don't know if the noise cancellation is killing her laughing in the background, but you see, through conditioning and consistency, I was able to teach Velma specifically that we had one specific skein of yarn that was hers, that belonged to her, and all the other pieces of yarn were mine exclusively, and she wasn't allowed to touch them or play with them. And this went on for like 4 years. Seriously, I could leave my yarn out, nothing happened to it, everything's fine. You'd catch her every now and then carrying around a skein of yarn. It's always literally the same yarn. She would also bring her yarn to us every now and then, meowing, and the only way to get her to stop would be to say, "Thank you, thank you, you can go ahead and leave that there," and then she'd be fine with it. I don't remember why. I think she was looking at something and fighting the urge, and Hippie just walks up and shakes the yarn and tosses it over next to her. And it's not her yarn. And she looks at me like she's confused for a second and goes, "Oh, okay." And ever since then, yarn is yarn. Yeah. So yeah, the covenant is possible, but no, no, no. But it's the point is it's tenuous. The moment that stuff falls back under consideration, mm-mm. Although I do feel the need to point out that you are in good company right now with that Scuba Lou. I did watch Jaws stream where he had to I believe he had to go find a stool really quick to sit on because his cat Booger decided, oh, this is my chair now. Okay, Scoobaloo, you have a great night. Sweet dreams. Hope tonight and tomorrow are better than you expect. Eyes are open wide. Well, that's yeah, that's 100%. I mean, man, my fingernails are dirty today. The the status quo at our house is the cat's survival is above everything. Second consideration is their comfort. Our survival falls in somewhere like 3 or 4, because like, we can hang. Like, I'll eat a cheese sandwich and be okay with it because I know what I'm sacrificing for. Cat doesn't need that fucking drama. We also have a habit of being trapped by the cats physically. Like, if they sit on us, it's over. We don't have a recourse. We have to sit there and wait for them to become bored and move on. It's not like we're gonna set them down. Okay, add the thing, set the thing up, move things around. Click, 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 maybe. All right. Nope, not that important. Sweetly closing into. Oh no. What, the clicky? It's probably in my pocket. Or fell on the floor. It's in the floor. But here we go. Still no guesses? Hey, Buona. Okay, so Buona, just to cover the things that have happened since that have been made since you've last been in. This is this is Abijah. He's the guy who's in the room right now. I decided to crochet him while watching his stream over the weekend. And I don't think I'm being too egotistical when I say I nailed his hair, like down to the point of how it falls in his face. Then I've also been playing with, let me get this adjusted, a new technique, which is where I make something out of one color of yarn and then underscore it with another so it looks like it's wrapped in the original color. So this looks green wrapped up in white when actually it's white with green straps on it. I've decided this is like a mummy head, um, but all of it's glow in the dark, and I'm working on that. And now I'm working on a special surprise for Hippie, but she hasn't tried to guess at it yet. This is the two pieces of it so far. Most of the guesses have circled around genitalia, so just throwing that out there. It's a bag, Shipwreck, and hello to Shipwreck, by the way. How are you? Yeah, and the sad part is I know the shapes that are going to be involved. It's not going to get any better from here. It's actually going to get worse. I don't think they are. Oh, you see how that went? That's what they would call on Scooby Doo a clue. Ah, that's bad. And by the way, Shipwreck, that's a common faux pas. Mr. Grizzly is my dad. Oh, yeah, Jaw is losing out. I forgot the first time song for him. Yeah, gotta pause Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear is on pause because there's a traditional song that we do with raids and whenever we make a new friend. So let's go ahead and kick it. That's right. No bass is gonna drop on this, baby. Because some days you just need some Fred fucking Rogers in your system. Everybody, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Just like you. I'm always wanting to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful. I love this man so much. I 100% would join a cult if they could prove that when you die, you go to Mr. Rogers' house. I'll even take the land of make believe, to be honest. First thing I do is evict Lady Elaine out of that fucking merry-go-round. That should be mine. That would be a hilarious thing, though. You wake up and you're in the land of make believe, and then you realize that there's a king and you don't have a First Amendment. Oh, I gotta go. No, because 90% of the shit that comes out of my mouth is just free form, whatever is there. I have no censorship switch. I gotta go. Bye. I may need to get more of this type of yarn, or this yarn in particular. I'm thinking so. Yeah. No, it need to be the same color. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for the third component. Oh, Tim mentioned this is inflatable U. Type it out. Oh. Yes, it is. Well, although he does other things with it too, yes. Good Lord, so much tangling. Tangled 3, not licensed by Disney at all. No, no, the girl with the long hair. It's about her grandson. Andy Dick's in it. Yeah, it's great. There we go. Here we go. It's good to me. Oh yeah. I got a woman way over town. That's good to me. Oh yeah. Give me money when I'm in need. Friend, I got a woman way over town. It's good to me. Oh yeah. In the morning. Just for me. Oh yeah. Way over town. So not to get political, but in honor of President's Day, I got older. Ah, oh my God, we're going to hell.
Oh snap, hey Greg.
Is it that
Pet
bad?
underscore hippie just redeemed posture check. You should do something about that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm all right. I wasn't actually sitting like a shrimp though, but I've got my legs propped up, so I should be all right. Thank you though. I don't understand. I'm sorry? Yeah, but I took a break at like 1:20. Thank you. You have no power over me. Yeah. What's she gonna do? Doing the math in my head. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for the third one, and I'm debating on whether or not this project's even worth it because it was gonna be cute. So here's the thought. Do you want to talk about it, or do you just want to see what happens? Okay. So this is part one. This is part two. Part three is gonna look like part one except longer. Part two is going to be like part one except slightly longer. I know. So I was thinking about making Diglets for you. And with the color of these, it was just sort of right. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make a little dark brown bowl for them to sit on, but it may be two Diglets or two and a very misshapen, like from the Goonies, missing parts of his body one. Hold you up to the flame, and what do I get? Oh, let's see, John, did you guess it was going to be Diglets? Every guess that I saw was something relating to genitals. Um, oh, and Tough Cat, she was evoking you, trying to get you in trouble. Ah, one of the ones I was looking at, I was trying to figure out how to do a button or a puffball mushroom, and then I just realized that, yeah, circle, keep going out. That's it. Perfect, done. Um, no. What more show? And for anyone wanting to know why we're listening to the Bears instead of one of my regular playlists, is because the song Hands Feet is on all of my playlists, and I don't need the grief from Hippie right now. And the next time I make videos with my avatars, I'm gonna have Hands Feet on the may may even have the owl do it. Yes, despite all my rage, I'm still just a cat that's a mage. Oh, hey, Enchanted Luna. Yeah, let's do that shout out action. Got my voice, my radio voice ready. Me. Oh my God, Enchanted Luna AC is like the coolest artist ever. They've been whipping up some witchy fantasy art that's just wowza, wowza, man. From sexy angel Metatron to cute wood dragon for Chinese New Year, and lol, they even did a tarot card. Plus Greek sausage dude, that's hilarious. You got to check them out for all the magical and mystical vibes. Hashtag art wizardry. Hashtag dragon magic. Yes. Yes, we've become quite liberal with the shout outs ever since they became free. Um, Ooh. She finished it, hippie? Oh, and it doesn't quite count as a shout out, but there's going to be a shout out tied to it at the end. Um, so I'm going to shout out someone who's all right. So we're getting random sounds from behind me. Real quick, Enchanted Luna. It was going to be a surprise, but I think I'm going to run out of yarn. I'm doing a set of Diglets from Pokemon for Hippie as a surprise, but I'm working with scrap yarn. I don't think I'm going to have enough in this color to do it, so it may just be two, and then I'll do the little hole for them. Um, but yeah, that's what I've got going on right now. Just to show you, because I don't know if I think you may have seen it on other people's discords. This is my representation of Abijah, who is in the chat room right now. I was watching his whoops, I was watching his stream. He's had something to drink there. A little too much ouzo for him. So I made him while he was on stream and tried to duplicate his hair and his headphones. So that's in the bag. And I've started working on the emotional support uh, gremlins that just like little hand-sized things to get a hold of. And oh, I've been playing with the glow-in-the-dark yarn. I've decided that this is a turtle mummy. So, but all the entirety of this glows in the dark. Um, Obviously, I have the light up right now. I did get a black light for to show it off, but it arrived right as we were starting, and we don't have batteries lined up for it yet. So that's gonna be that's gonna be brought out for a little bit when it is. And now I'm just sort of dicking around with section. Oh goodness! Jaw is just throwing bits today. Thank you so much for the biddies, Jaw. We need to go ahead and get him another entry for that drawing. Go ahead and segue into that. I think I'm contractually obligated to play the Gimme That Thing drawing, but everybody that I know is in the room right now knows how it works. So instead of the Gimme That Thing drawing, I'm gonna go off fucking script. I know. Good. They're just unbelievable that I would do such a thing. Let's see. Here we go. We're gonna pause him. And what do we have on tap? What's gonna be good? Not looking at that. Yes. Who knows where it's at? 'Cause the cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. And just because she's my cat and I'm gonna show her off, my cat has been fighting the urge recently to eat my yarn, and
So,
you
what
need
are
to
you
see it.
doing?
Oliver Trask seems pretty underutilized.
Just checking it?
I think there's some hints of a great character in there.
Not biting it or anything?
Already had to do. I think Oliver Trask is
Just looking at it and making sure it's good?
There are definitely some plot holes in that.
I know. You're trying so hard.
But why doesn't the future change when the mutants are
You're being so good. It's so hard for you. I could.
like a ton of events in the timeline, or when the Sentinels attack?
Oh,
They not trust
you are so good. You are so good. I know you want it. I'll get it out of there. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know.
Yeah, she tries so hard to be good with that. And with that being said, let's I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've hit the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. And stroll right into town. I'm tired of mucking around, oh, ooby doo. I wanna be like you, ooh. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, too. You see, it's true. Can learn to be human too. Ah, the glaring. Oh. See, I don't even see it as glaring. I see it as please help me. Stop me before I kill again. I don't want to do these bad things. I just had my heart jump for a second there. I was like, oh God, Enchanted Luna's got a case of the ass against Jungle Book. I'm gonna deal with man's red flower. Rome, getting mad, baby. Zebra habada. Okay. So I don't think I'm telling stories out of school. I've been hugely encouraging of hippie streaming. Let's see if I can talk her, depending on what her work schedule looks like tomorrow, into streaming tomorrow as well as Wednesday. Just letting everybody know about that while she's here so it adds pressure to it. It's a manipulation tactic. Well, the reason I mention it is because she's drawing stuff for her stream behind me. And it's like, look, if you're going to be prepping stuff that far in advance, you need more than one a week. Actually, me too. Yeah, it's about that time. We'll go ahead and leave you with the music going. And we will be right back. We are back early. Oh my God. No, not right now. There we go. I'm gonna get my towel and everything down. Walking around in my pajamas because I can. Yeah, it was sort of cute. We stepped outside for a cigarette. When we came back in, Velma had gotten her skein of yarn and was in the floor just chewing the hell out of it. And literally, as Hippie said, hold on. As soon as Hippie said the words, I think it's cute that she stops when as soon as she realizes we're looking at her. She looked up, saw us, and then started meowing at us like, "Look what I brought you." She walks up to us and she exchanges the skeins for petting. So the only way to satisfy her at that point is either to acknowledge that she brought it to you and pet her, or to acknowledge that she brought it in and just sort of roll with it. Yeah, I brought this for you. Before it was the skein of yarn, she'd pick something at random to be. We called it her baby, and at times it was a shoe. I can't remember. It was one of Hippie had a fluffy slippers that were literally the size of her. So she would straddle it and pick it up and drag it over, meowing the entire time. Look, look what I brought you. And being in a one-bedroom apartment, there was not a long way to drag that before presenting it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Hippie. I'm gonna have to correct you on that. This is the 21st century. Shoes are non-binary. Shame on you. That's why you girls don't have any pockets. You're willing to accept the gender of clothes. I I can tell you right now, you can give me the most comfortable pair of jeans in the world. Ain't got no pockets. No, I'm not buying them. You will go broke. Oh, and I did mention this in one of my in one of the chat rooms that I was in earlier today. So just to get it on video on demand, I made mention of the wallet that I have, and at least one person thought I was kidding. Um, this is my wallet. I've had it for a number of years now, since 2014, I believe. So yeah, proof. And you were saying you would be okay with 2 Digletts, not 3. Okay. Think I'll be able to get a third one out of this. I may have to rip him and make him smaller or just make him the same size. Wow, that's way quiet. Oh, the Bears with the angry music today. Yeah. Just say no to Limp Bizkit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wind him up at this height because I'm gonna run out of yarn. So we're gonna get one slightly bigger than the other.
Hey, Greg.
Yes.
Shut up for a second.
Okay.
Chris Cox wants to be friends.
Oh, well, I want to be friends with Chris L. Cox too. That sounds like a good kind of deal. I understand. I wasn't putting any onus on that. Just I want to be friends with them. But in case you have a chance to run out to the auditorium, bring me some lemonade till I crank up these bitches. Did like that string followed. Hey, I want to be there. They're lurking. Okay. Shit. Not the face. Get out of there. There we go. So there was an episode of Tom and Jerry where Tom got so worked up on this girl that they're going through how he broke down trying to impress her and everything, and Jerry's looking at him, talking about how he wasted it all for love, and they're going through the whole episode on how it was, just completely messed up. In effect, Tom got all wound up on this bitch and just like spent everything on her. This is a kid's cartoon. And at the end of it, he was waiting on the train to come run him over. And the final ending was Jerry finding out he had the same situation going on with his girl leaving him and went in to join him. Fuck, man, dark. There we go. Problem is I did these one at a time, so the audio is sort of all over the place. I was having audio issues when I was making them. Nope. Well, I don't want you thinking that my shit don't work. I mean, I don't know. Greg really wanted me to listen to Muddy Waters. I just don't understand what happened to cartoons though. Like even when I was a kid, it was terrible. Like they did a cartoon treatment of Rambo for kids. A rated R movie, we're gonna make it into a cartoon for kids. Okay, whenever he meets an enemy, he's gonna sneak up on him and push him down to the ground and say, "Take that back to your boss." Because that's how military strategy works. I'm a Green Beret. I know 47 ways to push you down on the ground. But I can't break into that whole when I was a kid thing because when I was a kid, we had HR Puffin stuff. Show called HR Puffin Stuff, where at least on one episode, the witch packed some magic moss into a saxophone, played it, and it made everybody laugh and then go to sleep. And smoke came out of it while she played it. I don't know what that was about. But then again, I still think that Darling Nikki is a interesting song about a girl who's enthusiastic about parking her car. That girl you like pulled in. She parked her car sideways. Oh, she's double parked. She's gonna get a ticket. I'm actually running low enough on yarn to this that I debated underhooking it. One too many. Yeah, I don't want to lose that. Let's try not to put the yarn inside the toy. That tends to be what we call bad. And all I'm doing right now to seal it up is I'm doing an invisible reduction in every stitch. Come on. And for that, I'm just snagging the outer loop on each one. In theory, just, oh, I go with that. Let's try that once again. There we go. Good Lord, my hands are way too big for this. And this yarn is way too cheap for this. I don't know the kinds of Diglett. Theoretically, it's the kind that's represented by 3 little brown things coming out of a hole. But I only have enough yarn to make 2 of them. Please don't be afraid by my encyclopedic knowledge of Pokemon. I think my 2 favorite Pokemon are the Garlic Pokemon and Ryan Reynolds. Should have worshipped her soon. There we go. And today does mark the 5th week anniversary of me starting Amaguri. Is that right? Okay, we're gonna say I said it right. Me too. But at least it didn't go the same way Sudoku went. I never remember the word shibari, which is a type of bondage. So anytime I encounter the word, I refer to it as Sudoku because it's pointless and takes a long time. Duke Trio, that sure. That's, however, one of them. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm making you 2 Diglets. Or is there Digduo? Digdo. You know, at the rate this is going, this is starting to sound like football players' names. Yee, like full-on carpal tunnel or like just inflammation, like tinnitus? There it is. Yeah, my full experience with Pokemon is I played Pokemon Go for about a year. Was only slightly less interesting than taking advantage of the comps at the casino and carried less life value. Uh, Okay. The yarn's split in a couple of sections. I'm gonna have to reinforce that a bit. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do next, at least plan-wise, is I'm going good to know we're all adults here. I'm really hoping the noise gate is not keeping her laughter from going through. She's laughing hysterically behind me. Okay, so gonna do a little brown hole that they're popping up out of. Are you all right? Thank you very much, John. She's still going. I Jesus. If everybody was as easy to entertain, this would be my entire stream. Mm. Oh, enchanted. See, I do the grabby thing. Thank you very much for the biddies there, Enchanted Luna. And again, just as a reminder, since that's a 100-bit cheer, you get to join Ja in the gonna get in the drawing circle. Um, I'm gonna pause Blue October for a second. Are you okay? Do you need oxygen? Oh, oh, she's been laughing constantly since. All right, so, huh? A little bit. So I'm either going to make a little hole that these are popping up out of, but based on the reaction I'm getting, they're just going to be Diglets running free. I'm I'm freeing the titties. I don't see the titty thing. I really don't. I'm a fan of titties. Don't get me wrong. I could be really mean and just point out that the only similarity that I see between these and real titties is they're different sizes. Okay, okay. Oh my God. You're putting what? Okay. So they're just stacking up. Oh my God. This has been a day. I I can see the balls. I can see saying that they're balls, and one of them being bigger. Well, that may just mean that I just had some fun. I don't know, but the titties thing just doesn't stand out. So the next step is I'm going to make the final decision on that. Either way, I'm going to be doing embroidery eyes on them because I've already sealed them up. And just to point out how close I came on the yarn and how much I overestimated on the idea of doing a third one. I stopped him about 5 rows. He was going to be about this much higher, so it was going to be on this level. And the entirety of the leftover yarn is this. So that was not going to happen. And the other catch 22 is this is an El Cheapo yarn from way back. It is years old. It frays really easily, and Hippie gave it to me as a gift just because she had it sitting around. So not sure if these are going to end up being Diglets or if they're just going to be more emotional support gremlins. Haven't decided yet. But let me go ahead and remind everybody about the Gimme That Thing giveaway. I've got that here. We are going to do that. See, I was trying to sit here while that was going on, trying to think if was there anything else I could use these for other than emotional support gremlins or Diglets. And I started thinking, well, I could do it's that's nice, that's tight. I could do ears and do a bear version of Jaw, and then have that all say. And then I realized that well, that'll be a little single white female. Like, hey, I like your stream. I'm making copies of you that live in my house and never leave. No, that's a little creepy. Thinking they might go the embroider route from here, but that's what I'm practicing on next. So that's where we are. We've done about 3 hours. Let's go ahead and see who's on. Boom, 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 boom. My science people are on. Now, the thing about the science people that I don't like is whenever I raid to them, they always want to know, you got pictures of what you did? No, not your content. Um, Do y'all have a preference? Do y'all want to see crafting? Do you want to be introduced to one of my guilty pleasures? Good. Oh, my guilty pleasure's on. So, um, there's this elderly woman. She refers to herself as everybody's Gma. And what she does is she does speed puzzling, and she's practicing for the national championships. And she plays gospel music while she does puzzles, and she is all about the business. It is so cute. Thank you very much for stopping by, Ja. And again, I intend to be frequenting your stream very, very often. Let's go ahead and see if we can go visit I Love Puzzles. We will get that start.